Someone said to me, right, they talked about the blind spot in what I'm doing, right, this shit that I'm doing. I have such a force field around me, right, that if anyone wants to go, you're crazy, what's wrong with you? I've had all the opposition, just like all those other people, so it doesn't matter. So I'm like, something wrong with you, joke's on you, I'm loving this is fucking great, something wrong with everybody else. So, speaking on the blind spot thing, I think I'm society's blind spot, yeah? Is the glorious philosopher that was designed to be, right? I'm obviously society's blind spot. Like, I'm saying that most other people are fucking mental. It seems to be that way. To quote David Icke, we're hypnotised by the television. You do realise that thing in the corner, Billy Connolly said this, I say it and I'm fucking mental. Right? Woo, I'll decide if I'm the television. I'm the social commentator, this is my job, right? So, we're all sitting watching the television, to quote David Icke, believing everything there's real and that's the reality. Who sets the norms, who sets the agenda, who sets the reality? Entertainment is supposed to reflect society, but how much is it programming? Yeah, I've known the first person who said this. So, I'm like the aberration because like I didn't watch much television. I think that's good. A bit like the Facebook thing. That guy, other guy that was on Channel 4 News did talking about social media. We need more people off social media to comment on whether it's good or bad. It's the same with television. Anything too much is bad, right? In order to move forward in life, you must maintain the balance. If you watch television all the time, you believe it all. And you're like, well, that's just one version of reality. It doesn't mean I'm fucking insane for taking a break and being in nature. I think we're supposed to be in nature. No, I mean, I'm obviously taking two extreme examples. I'm engaging with this. I'm not saying I'm right or wrong. It's just a fascinating thing, isn't it? I'm saying everyone else is mad. Like if a lot of other folk are walking around like zombies, no happy, depressed, I think the person who's saying is actually, would that be me? Considering everywhere I go I'm free spirited. It's like the circus performer is the insane one, the ballet dancer is the insane one, top athlete's the insane one, the MMA fighters do that, don't they? They're the guy that goes, "Ooh, look at me, I'm different from everybody else, whoa!" So if I do this crazy shit, I think that's normal. I'm trying to, rise the vibe of not anybody else but myself. Because I wasn't getting, as I've said a fucking million different times, I wasn't getting much vibe from people, certainly in the pub, but even in the parks, you go, folk are so shy and closed down and they look like they're depressed, look like they're literally possessed by demons, and kind of how I'm the light, right? Well, why not? Is that not what we're trying to do here? Try to be happy, yeah. Try to be like free spirit and free. That wherever you go in the country, you can go, I'm free, I'm not like shut down, I'm able to like meet people. That's what I would do. There's not many folk worth meeting in this town, is there? It's quite sad, as I've said before, I'm going to get a t-shirt that says, as I've said before, and... but like I say, if a lot of folks seem to be like shut down, of a certain age, I mean, you could say, maybe I'm missing something, the blind spot, maybe I'm the one that's missing something, but I'm just talking about this just to engage my fucking intellect, because, like I say, I think it's to see the world in a different way. I think that's a bonus, I think that's a good thing, because as I say, the homogenisation of society, if everybody's acting the same way, I don't think that's really that good a thing. If everybody's like, they've no shaking stuff off and they've let things get on top of it, because I was there once, right, and they're not actually living, they're not actually getting up feeling good every day, and they're walking around in a fucking depressed daze, and I don't think that's healthy. Like I say, I'm just talking about this. I'm not saying, oh, I'm the one with the answers here and everyone else is fucked up. No, I'm just saying personally, I'm just talking on this. I'm just saying personally, in a shit town like this, it's been that way. I've not had a lot of energy for folk because they didn't have a fucking purpose, did they? I mean, if you were training for a big fight, I think that would release the spirit, wouldn't it? And you'd be like, what? You'd be like, fucking come on. So that's why I'm talking endlessly about all this stuff, about like going down to the gym and doing a fucking motivational speech, because yeah, duh. Folk are draining me and dragging me down, and I wanted to keep myself. I didn't need to explain myself. I'm just saying, I ken how it feels when I'm vibing high. And then of course a lot of folk were like, there's something wrong with you. It's just like, I fucking give up with this fucking town. I didn't think I'm the problem here, cause yeah, I had a great day today. I'm kicking ass, and woo, I'm going to go round bypass and fly down the hill, do another wee video, fucking one-handed, and see how fast I can go down the hill from the Craigs Road. Yeah, I need to get into the cycling club, meet some of my fellow crazies. Again, you're crazy doing like the cycling as if it's some kind of fringe activity. Nah, I think living and, you know, exercising and, you know, being fucking is good. It's like, it's better than being on the crack pipe, innit? False dichotomy, but you know what I mean? You might as well. I've only done the crack pipe once. It was interesting, but it wasn't that big a deal. All you need today, if you want the same things as that, all you need today is breathe, day 10, day deep breathing until you get lightheaded. It's the same thing. I didn't see it's any better than that, you know what I mean? So it's the same with the cycling. I think some of my 100-mile bike rides are equivalent to about 1.5 Eckies, so why would you need drugs, you know what I mean? Like, work to get the feel, work to get the high, yeah? Is that not what we're trying to do? You know what I mean? Like, one of the best social, most freest, that's what I would say, one of the most freest social commentators that the town's got. I don't see anybody else doing it. If anyone else is doing that, point them to me, you know? I should be going back to fucking Glasgow University Crichton campus and doing a fucking speech about how I turned my life around after my uni and kind of how I used my university degree for some quite really awesome things. How come they no invited me? Sean Johnson just said when I said to him, "Oh, you're my hero," he didn't even stop to chat. He's like, "Who's this crazy person?" It's like Grandin Woody brushed me off. "Who's this crazy person?" just by saying, "Oh, thanks, baby." And I'm fucking mental, am I? I can't even say anything outside the norm. But do I look like I give a fuck? Because I think some of this performing shit is going to be used at some point. I'm doing it anyway. I live in a different reality. Let's just cut to the chase. I'll decide what reality I live in. If anyone else is no giving me anything good, I live in my own fucking little special little space. But to quote what I said before, do I look like I give a fuck? Because my uncle Robert was dead and he had fucking cerebral palsy, and he was most saying it of anybody because he was sitting there quite happily, you know, happy, enjoying himself, blissed out there, you know, physically and mentally disabled, blissed out, you know. I think a lot of folk could learn from him, so God rest his soul, he's not here. But a lot of folk that are perfectly able, you're alive, are looking like they're half fucking dead. So didn't ask me for any solutions. What the fuck would I know? You know what I mean? Oh, the glorious elevation of Dave continues, you know. No. But do you know what I mean? It's like, I think if folk, like I said before, right? The problem, like I say, I'm not saying I'm the man and everyone else is full of shit. I'm just engaging with this to entertain myself, right? But I think there's a lot of, I think folk, like I said, they should be getting out of their comfort zone. I'm not trying to control anyone else and try to, it's called influence. There's a difference between influence and control. Because then if I was to do that, then I would exhibit the same shit behaviours that I rail against in all my videos, wouldn't I? So I'm not saying everyone needs to do exercise. I'm just saying I feel quite aloof from people because they're not really alive. They're not really, come on, do something out of your comfort zone. Go on a fucking walk up the West Highland Way. Do something where you feel alive and you feel like, oh, I got back home and I appreciate the warmth of this home. If you're just like sitting in a fucking watching Netflix every night and no doing anything, I'm obviously taking that to the extreme just to make the point, but you know, just saying, if people did, if there was a war, and it's probably coming, innit? The war's coming anyway, so but your God, it's bull. You think a war would bring us all together? That's what they say, innit? The common enemy brings us together, you know. But I don't think we should need a war for that. But there is a war, isn't there? The war is the psychological war, you know. Sorry if this is too deep, but I mean, I'm just didn't shoot the messenger. That's what it is, isn't it? Psychological war, psychological warfare, the system. So it's a war in the population, a psychological war in the population, like a spiritual warfare battle. At least I'm trying to do something about it. Know what I mean? Like, at least I've gone down the park and know what it's like to feel good, and yeah. But, you know, I'll not be going down to the pub anytime soon. Know what I mean? Like, but my job is the gym, the park is the pub. The park's better than the pub because nobody can fucking throw me off this stage, can they? No one can tell me to get out of the pub for doing nothing. It's not a turn up and do a fucking live thing and go, look at me, and blab on and on and on. No, that was just literally me existing just by my very presence. Do you want me to chop my legs off so I'm some nose tall as you, pal? You know, didn't be the best you know what I mean? Didn't try and be your best, even, which is just like literally standing there, and then someone could take offence at that, you know. But you got to go to the right places, don't you? But we're running out of places. But I think Calvin Harris's church, that was quite good. That's one. Isn't it quite funny that that church, a wee review of the church, I'll say now, they were very warm and welcoming. It didn't seem to be all like Bible bashers and all that intense. It just seems like half church, half community centre. I didn't feel scared. I actually felt quite at home there because it's Calvin Harris's bit, innit? And Calvin Harris is what would he know, you know? So I had a nice vibe, nice open, lovely building, really well made building, lovely charge points. So I found another place that I could charge before, and nobody told me off there, did they? They actually welcomed me when I said, is it alright if I went to the main auditorium, did that video? Yeah, didn't get that at Costa, do you? You get told off. So, you know what I mean? You got to know where you can go and where not. Where you go where you feel welcome. Can't I mean, like, where you feel like you can fit in with the vibe. But to quote myself, influence the vibe. But then that, you can only do that to a certain degree, can't you? Because didn't want to be the fucking scapegoat there, you know, get what I mean, like. But aye, that's, so I'll just conclude with that. Calvin Harris's church, quite cool, can go in there, maybe going up on stage and do it. I could take that to the next level, couldn't I? I could pretend I could go in and record another thing. So is it alright if I do a wee thing? No for any audience, but just pretend and just put some applause in the video, can't I mean, like, you say, I didn't do it properly, script it, can't do a fucking thing, pretend, and then be like, Calvin Harris, I'm proud of me and all that kind of thing, can't I mean, like, hello brethren. Would you think of yeah, can't I mean, like, well, you know what I mean? Yeah. Do you think I should go to the Pilates at go to one of these gyms or go to the Pilates or something like that? Because Gary Collins goes to the Pilates and he's alright. He's another ultra distance guy. I miss some of these guys. Maybe that'll help me. You can't I mean, like, if I get into that. Because the fitness is getting there. Can you feel the high energy? It's like I said before about doing the creative thing, right? Didn't see the exercise, it purges the crazy but also increases it. You could be like, but I mean, Graham O'Ree is my hero, and I saw him live and he just talked a million miles an hour, just like the way he rides his bike. So I think I'd rather do that and feel good than water myself down for a bunch of chumps, false dichotomy, you know, that kind of thing. But anyway, you know what I mean, doing the exercise increases energy but also decreases it. It's a balance, isn't it, in order to move forward in the internet. But I think I'm going to need high energy for some of the stuff I'll be doing, you know what I mean? I'm a greyhound ready to fucking go. Can't one of the best grade A showers in the business. Can't underuse. Look at the fucking talent. I'm totally underused. Can't I mean, like, anyway, have a nice wank or whatever.